Hi. I know, it's been a while. How are you? I hope you guys are doing well. I know I am. Yeah. I know, I got this beard, got the whole Daniel Bryan thing going on. But yeah, so I've been away for a little bit. As you may or may not remember, I started working, right? And I was working about 43 hours a week, and I was just too tired to make videos. And that, coupled with the fact that I was becoming disinterested in WWE SuperCard for reasons, yeah, I didn't really know what sort of content to put out, and I didn't really have any time, because the little bit of time that I had, I would just play games that I were into that wouldn't be interesting to watch, like Path of Exile, or Path of Exile. So, now, the reason why I haven't been posting videos, well, that is one of the reasons, but also, I lost internet for about a month and a half, until about 2 weeks ago. I didn't have internet, because the people who I live with, who are paying for the internet, they messed up, and then they stopped paying for it, and they're like, oh, we're gonna get it back, and then I was too busy with work to bother dealing with that myself, and then after a while, I was like, okay, I'm fed up, I'm gonna get my own internet, and that's what I did. But it just took a while, because, you know, for the guy to come here, they gotta, like, book you, like, weeks in advance, and then when he tried to come the first time, he didn't even, like, nobody was home. I told people who were here to be here, but they weren't, and I was like, so anyway, got internet now, which is cool. It's great internet. It's not like poopy internet. So when I upload a little video, that like 10-minute video, like this video, I assume is going to be 10 minutes, it's not going to take like 5 or 6 hours. Right? It's going to take like 5 or 6, maybe like an hour, maybe less. I don't know. Yeah, that's 1. 2. Yeah, SuperCard. I'm becoming disinterested in it. I don't know. It's become here. I have it open right here. There's a few things I like about it. A few things I don't like about it. Let's see. Okay, sign in. Sign in, please. Anyway, I did come back to play a little bit because I had data. Wait, X that out. Sign in with Google. Google Plus. Alright, proceed. Anyway, so while I didn't have internet, I still had data on my phone. The data is crappy, but I was still able to play a little bit. And I played during... Oh, it's the Road to Glory. That's starting soon. And I have a Fusion. Yay. That's cool. Waiting on network. Surprise, surprise. Look at that. See, that's the last time I played. So I started playing around here Thursday, Friday, because that Thursday, I should say, I think was when they had the Fusion, what's it called? It was a thing where, it was like Triple Triad from Final Fantasy VIII, if you've ever played that. It was basically that. And I actually love that, because I played about 200 and something hours of just strictly Triple Triad in Final Fantasy VIII, because I love that game so much. So I totally dominated this, whatever it was called. The only thing, though, is that it fell victim to that flaw, which is basically, it's the whole belt system. Because not only has this game turned into kind of a pay-to-win, like if you want to, let's just go through this whole thing. Yeah. Alright, you want to go all the way and get it. I kind of wish I had... Oh, John Cena again. Maybe I will go for it this time. Brock Lesnar, my favorite guy, because he's awesome. I might go for this. It's stuff like this, because I love... Road to Glory is actually my favorite, because... but again, it's the whole bout system. Every, 15 minutes, I think, you get one bout, right? And you can have a maximum of 5. Now those bouts, that's basically every hour and 15 minutes, you get 5. So you have to, and if you want to even stand a chance and pay as little real money as possible to get the top rewards, you have to basically use all of your bouts. Like, because there's a time limit, like after it's 23 hours. Oh, the event's over. Ha! I knew that. Never mind. I'm not going to be playing this. obviously. But yeah, anyway, I think it lasts like 3 or 4 days. That gives you, if you use every single bout, you can get to the end. But that requires sacrificing sleep, that requires sacrificing time to do other stuff, and this game just gets way too boring, right? And it just becomes a chore, and then it just becomes not fun. To have to check in every single hour to spend your bouts. Like, I've been at D&D sessions where I'm just sitting there in the game, and then I'll whip up my phone and just do the sessions, and then it just feels like a chore, this whole bout thing, right? And that's where they make a lot of their money, because, you know, the double ×2 bout thing. And, yeah, and this whole game, it just feels like a chore because of that. Like, when we didn't have Road to Glory or People's Choice Champion, yeah, it was just Exhibition and King of the Ring, and you can do those anytime. Like, you just play Exhibition, boom, yeah, anytime. There's no limit. King of the Ring, not really any limit. There was kind of a limit, but not really, because you had to play Exhibition to get your things. Fusion Chamber's cool, I guess, but it's another one of those weight things. This is very similar to how other Android games are, where like you get like energy to do something, and and over time you regain that back. Now it's a lot shorter in those games, so you can play a bunch, wait like 20 minutes, and then play a whole bunch again. But in this game, for these events that are timed, you have to sacrifice a lot of time, and it just becomes a chore, and if you're not willing to do that, you'll never be top dog, because all the other guys are going to get their best stuff, and you're just going to be like a step under. Like, everybody's going to have all the top stuff because they paid a little bit of money, and I'm not narking on the guys who put money into this game. I think it's great when you put money into a game that you love, but it just doesn't. Like, I put a little bit of money into this game and it paid off. But you know what? When I put in that like $10 or $15 or whatever, this is what I got. Let's see. I got this guy. But everybody has him. So it's like you're paying and sacrificing so much time to just be on the same level as all the other top guys, and then you just end up either tying or winning or losing. It's not balanced in that sense. So yeah, I don't know if I'll continue playing this as much. One interesting thing though is that when I played when it was like that triple triad thing, I played and I did get that card. I think was it a Stardust? I don't know. Was it the Stardust? What was it? Or was it the Ted DiBiase? I don't even know. But you can see I have a little bit more Survivor cards. I even tried a WrestleMania King of the Ring, and I realized with work and everything, I didn't really have any time to make the most out of it. So, oh, and I got a third Daniel Bryan. So right now, so then I fuse them together, and yeah. So now I have these two. I don't know if you guys know about that. So yeah, I have my third one, and I had like 3 of them, and I was like, okay. So, but while I was playing the triple triad, I pulled the Cameron off the board, and I was like, oh, that's cool. So now I have 2 divas, which I guess is cool. 2 WrestleMania divas. The only thing though is it doesn't matter. In the end, it doesn't really matter, because the your deck rarity. Like if I go in, exhibition. If I go in, right, like this, my best cards. These are my best cards. Look, I'm WrestleMania. Now, if I play any one of these guys, they're gonna have either WrestleMania Fusion, which is a new thing, which is actually kind of cool. I really like it, but just a lot of waiting. And they're all gonna have like these top tier cards, and it's just gonna be like, yeah, which is totally unfortunate. I really like this, that they added WrestleMania Fusions now. This is kind of the way for free-to-play players to get ahead, but look how many cards they've added. I like that they've added a lot of cards, but the thing is, going from Legendary to Survivor, you gotta wait like, I think 4 or 5 days. And then from, no, 4 days, it says right here. And then 5 days from there to there. So let's calculate this for a sec. Let's say 5, 9, 12, 14, 15, and then let's say another day on top of that, 16 days. So you're gonna wait 16 days before you can get your WrestleMania Fusion card. Now that is also if you have all the food for it. Some people do, some people don't. I don't really. I think I tried. Like here, I'd have to choose a WrestleMania card, and like, this is why I didn't go for this yet, because I haven't gotten a WrestleMania Fusion card yet, because I'm limited on my WrestleMania cards. So I just kind of like doubled up on, I went common, I got 2 commons, and I got 2 uncommons, and I got 2 rares, and I got 2 super rares, 2 ultra rares. I just went by 2s, so that by the time, because I was still thinking whether I was going to be playing this again or not. If I get to WrestleMania, then I'll be like, okay, I'm here, now I can just get like 2 WrestleMania cards, or 3 WrestleMania cards, right? But yeah, and then I just kind of stopped. So, but that's kind of cool for free-to-play players, but it's just, still, again, it can take too long. I like this. This is a cool feature. Get friends. Let's see. Card catalog, login bonus, bulletin board. This is really cool because it tells you about stuff that doesn't really matter. Just like crappity crap. The cool thing about King of the Ring I like is that there's an actual chat function now. So when you see how I was in WrestleMania, I was like, yeah, but then no, didn't work out. But yeah, no. There's a whole chat thing. So when you're in there, you can chat with the other 15 players, or however many players there are. I think there's 16 total. Yeah, you can chat with them, which is really cool. But yeah, that's update for me on SuperCard. I don't know. Maybe I'll do SuperCard like maybe once a week. Maybe I'll just play Exhibition every now and then. Maybe some King of the Ring. I don't know. Yeah, but these events, they're just too taxing. The thing I like about Road to Glory is that these are all like free wins all the way up until whatever your tier is. So up until, like, for me, it'd be like Survivor or even WrestleMania, where it would just be like a breeze, and then you'd hit your wall, and then it's just like a bunch of free cards, which is cool. But again, it's, if you really want to get up there, like up to the Brock Lesnar or whatever, you gotta like really use as many belts as you can. Like use like a good 70-80% of all your belts over the course of 3 days, which, yeah, that is insane. So that was number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna begin streaming on Twitch. Now, some of you may or may not know, I used to stream on Twitch. I streamed on and off for about 1.5 years, 2 years, and now that I have new internet and the upload is semi-awesome, I'm going to be streaming again, which is great. Whenever I have time, of course. Hopefully it's going to be every other day. It's going to be like, I don't know, that's where I want to play like my single player games, like Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, stuff like that. The cool thing though is that if you're watching this video and if I'm live, you'll see a little like annotation like right here. Yeah, something like that, which is really cool. So you can just be like, oh hey, he's live, and then you can go and you can talk to me if you want. I don't know, maybe you don't want to. That's cool. I talk to myself sometimes, and honestly, I don't say anything interesting. So, but yeah, so I'll be streaming on Twitch, which is great because then you can interact and stuff. I'm still thinking what to do with my YouTube channel. Again, I might upload some SuperCard stuff, maybe. I don't know. Like, if there's anything interesting, like getting that whole Cameron WrestleMania card, that was pretty cool. But yeah, I mean, unless if there's something interesting to share, there's news or whatever, it's like, yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll see. But yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you guys didn't miss me. I'm glad my subscriber count didn't dip a little, meaning a lot of you guys didn't leave, which is great because I love every single one of you, and I hope you guys have a great week. And I hope to catch some of you on Twitch. I know I caught 1 or 2 on my test stream last night, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. So anyway, you guys are doing well, and I will see you next time.